All right, guys, let's take a look at a couple things here. This is going to be a recap for October 4th, all right? So, getting this out a little bit late. Didn't have a chance to do it last night, so I figured I'd just do it. We'll go over just a couple trades here, and then we'll show the overall results. Anyway, I started off in the morning buying a mini Russell, which is RTY. Mini Russell. Actually, it was a buy my mistake, so I went ahead and I exited. Actually ended up making money on my mistake. So, made a little bit of money there, but I do want to show you. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So, I don't know why I saw a buy there. It was getting close to a buy, never hit it. I thought it hit it, and nonetheless, as soon as I realized my mistake, I got out. That's the thing, guys. If you make a mistake, don't sit there and hold on to it and wait for it to go green. Just get out, all right? In this case, I was lucky I was able to get a little bit of green on it, all right? So, but the actual trade that actually did trigger was a sell, was an HF2 short on the mini Russell. That came in right before 10 a.m. Eastern time. Once again, it is just textbook HF2 short, going for first target. So that was an HF2, hit my target. Once again, this is a very simple process, guys, all right? And I'll go in a little bit more details. I think I should do a video on these patterns. But just to kind of give you an idea of what these patterns are, I found 4 of them. Typically what happens is the markets tend to, what I did is I went back and I looked at every single time the market had a big move, all right? And then what I did is I tried to find out what exactly they all had in common, all right? And I started noticing some behavioral patterns that was being displayed in the chart, if you can read it right. And that's what I noticed. So I noticed that right before these big explosive moves, you'll see the action, okay? You'll see not only is it in price action, but it's also in volume, but it's also in looking at the overall market, okay? So there's a couple things going on here, and I do have some videos on this in my YouTube channel, but the pattern displays itself, but I also want to make sure that's confirmed by volume, all right? I want to see some volume coming in, but I also want to look at the overall market to see what that is going to do. So in the case of something like the mini Russell, I want to, what is the Dow, what is the mini Dow doing? What is the Dow doing? What is the mini NASDAQ doing? All those things play into it. So, but once everything seems to line up, then what I'll do is I'll take it as soon as we get triggered on that HF2. I'll take that short. Then what we do is we come in and we use something we call Einstein in order to give us targets. It will be multiple targets, but when I'm trading the indices, I'm getting out at the first target, all right? So I get in, get out, and that's pretty much it. All right, so let's take a look at the stock, and then I wanted to wrap this up because on Thursday, I'm still trading, so let's look at the stock real quick here for yesterday. All right, so if you were with us yesterday morning here before the opening bell, you know that I went ahead and I bought VINO. VINO. Went ahead and bought VINO. As you recall, also I added to my position right here. This particular setup was an HF1. I went ahead and I added. Why did I add so quickly? Because I could see that there was a ton of buying coming in here. Once again, I'm always looking at volume. I'm looking at time and sales. And I'm looking at the overall market. So, anyway, so we had this really nice HF1 buy, and I also had multiple targets. I like to see multiple targets being displayed above where I get in. So I had target 1, 2, 3, and 4 actually exited right up here. But anyway, you did hit target number 1 fairly quickly, even before the opening bell, and I actually ended up getting out even before it opened here because you had this add here. As soon as we added, we came up to 2 or 3 minutes later. We did come up and we hit level number 3. Still saw a lot of buying coming in. I figured we could get up to level number 4. It finally did come up to level number 4. Actually, I got out just right after the opening here on this. So I went ahead and I exited as soon as we hit this level 4. Yeah, I left some on the table. But you know what, guys? You're not going to always catch the highs. And if you're selling, you're not always going to catch the lows, all right? Get in. Take it when everybody else is buying. Okay, that's the best way to exit. I like to exit my long positions as the market is going up. All right, you're going to get much better fills that way. Plus, you don't want to get caught in a flush. And trust me, I've been caught in flushes. So you want to exit a trade as the market is going in your favor. All right, so that's the key. So let's take a look at overall results. We'll wrap this up. All right, overall results, not a bad day. I was really surprised. The Dow was down. Everything else was pretty much going down. And we have some nice stocks. None of these are shorts, guys. These are all buying. I'm only buying on stocks. But obviously with the indices, I do love selling. That's one of my favorites, is to be a seller. And I will sell with the indices. All right. So anyway, so here's my mini Russell trade. That once again was a part mistake. Plus, but I caught that really nice short. On the mini NASDAQ, same thing, but I ended up losing. I didn't put enough on that short. So I ended up buying, same thing, sold it. Ended up taking a loss on that, but not a big loss. So I ended up making a little bit of money. Not a huge day on the indices. Certainly not a huge day on the stocks, but I did have a good day because everything was working. So VINO, once again, you saw that. JDST, that's my favorite. I like to get into that when my pattern's set up. And everything else, FNGR, YANG. Once again, I do like YANG, so that's also one of my favorite. These two right here, YANG and JDST, I certainly don't mind holding overnight. I didn't in this case, but I do like these two stocks. And then, of course, I scalp a little bit of MA, mama. Scalp a little bit of that FNGR scalp. And that was pretty much it. All right, folks, going to wrap this up. If you have any questions about my style of trading, you can contact me via my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. Until tomorrow, thank you so much.